So I call these 90-90 rear delt flies. It's kind of a really cool version I came up with of some people might know it as a pull apart, but it's going to be a little bit more rotator cuff oriented and a little bit more consistent range of motion at your rear delt. So let me explain why. Now, there is a reason why I have the band positioned mid forearm and not just way up here. If it's way up here, I'm having a really hard time keeping my wrist from doing that with a lot of tension there. With the previous exercise, when we did this one, I can better adjust the tension, but I want to keep my anchor arm, the arm that's not moving, dead in front of my body like this. The other one moves here. Now, if I keep it down low, like this, I still get the rear delt activation, but I don't get any resistance against pulling my arms into internal rotation. So the happy medium is exactly what you would think, about mid forearm. So I want to keep my elbows bent at 90 degrees. I want to keep my bicep bone parallel to the floor the entire time. My one arm goes as far back as I can get it without overextending my lower back. This one holds. So I'm actually getting two different aspects of training here. My left arm in this case is working isometrically to hold in this position. So I'm getting posterior shoulder just to hold this here in this range of motion. That would be more of your lengthen range. Imagine if you were to stretch, right? So it's more in that range here. While that one works to anchor, in this case my right one now, what is my left one doing? That's working in more the concentric range. This is where you get pull aparts, but you don't get much tension in pull aparts out here. They're not very productive. So this has more of a productive range of motion than a pull apart. Plus it brings in a little bit of that external rotation demand because the band is trying to pull my arm that way as well as that way. So again, about mid forearm, hold it here, move one, stabilize the other, bring the other one back, move the other. So you can call that an isodynamic. One is isometric, one is dynamic.